Okay, so out with this well, brilliant looking selfie quad, I must admit. It's really nice looking. And so first things first, I'm going to pop it on. And the LEDs are nice and bright. And actually you can see them low angle, you know, if you're level with it as well. Even if you're slightly above it, you can still see it as well. So rather good that. And then the camera's got LEDs on as well. Very nicely done. So let's pop this on and bind it. So there we go. It's self-binding, so we're all ready to go, which is rather good. Wi-Fi Go, it's called. So let's just make sure we've picked up the actual Wi-Fi hotspot of the quad. There we go. Sky Wi-Fi, perfect. Brilliant. And then back to home, and then launch the app. And so we're not gonna app control it, we're gonna remote control. That's good. There we go. So it comes down now with a basic screen. That's really good. I like that. That's excellent. So I'm going to just record. And as you can see, whoa, there's a big delay with that. Whoa, yes. Ooh, that is very delayed. Start the motors, there we go, and it automatically takes off as well, so that's good. I do think the legs on it look like it's wearing some very funny high heel boots. But, whoa, that is nice. This is literally the first time I got it up and away, and it looks really nice. Very smooth. That is really good. Cool. Nicely done. Well, and even in low race it's not too bad. Hey, that is quite a nice little flyer. Hey. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to give it a flip first of all, see how we get on. Those LEDs, I really like those as well. Ah, no, you've got to hold the flip button down to get it to flip, so. Whoa, oh, it's not happy flipping, I don't think. Whoa. Or I'm not happy with it flipping, shall I say. Yeah, I don't really think that's... and it always mucks up the altitude hold, because of course it's, you know, it's just had a load of... it's just gone upside down, so it never does work particularly well. So that's yaw in low rates. Let's try that again. So that's yaw, sorry, in low rates. And that's in high... Whoa, that's fast! Oh, actually it gets a move on in high rates. Yeah, I like that. God, I tell you what, the yaw is pretty good actually. There we go, yeah, that is quite good. Yeah, the yaw's more aggressive than anything else, I would say. Very nice. Yeah, more aggressive than the pitch and the roll. Very good. Nice. Oh, nice little flight. Oh, that's going to make great video at those sort of speeds. Talking of the video, let's see. Oh, it is really slow, so I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there we go. And then if I turn, it's not even turned yet. Well, there we go. I reckon there's a good second delay on that. So, I mean, you could set it up as a selfie, I'm sure. Let's just get this. There we go. So, yeah, so you could have a little sort of selfie action with it if you like. But it is so slow on the actual the feedback on the video on the FPV is awful. It must be one of the worst I've tried, I must admit. Let's try the auto landing where we've got it going. So I'm just going to press that. Whoa, crikey, that's a quick descent. Also, you can start the motors by pulling these two down and in, so that's good. And then you can take off yourself. I couldn't believe you could only auto take off. Right, so do a quick range check. And I suppose for those ones who want to see what a still looks like, I will stop the video. And we'll just do a still. It'll be absolutely the same as taking a still off a video. There we go. Right, just take another still. I've got to pop the video back on again. Right, I can get 50 metres across the diagonal of the garden, so I'm going to see how we get on with that. rates, and the video will, the FPV will run out probably around 30 meters anyway. Well, that's 50 meters, and that's no problem at all. Oh yeah, so, and it's still in control, definitely. And those LEDs are brilliant. I really see those. There we go. So you can kill it as well by pulling the both levers down and two in, so that actually kills it as well. I'm just going to tilt the camera down. There we go. So you pull these down, and hold it a second, then let go, and there you're away. Let's try. There we go. So it's pointing slightly downwards now. There's a bit of a breeze in the garden, as you can see. That's not the actual quad that's out of trim or anything. It's actually breeze. Headless mode. Pop it into headless. You get flashing LEDs. That's good. It definitely works in headless. Just not my thing, really. I'm going to pop it out of that. Oh, that feels so much better. I do a punch out, which I don't really think. I think it will be a feather up, basically, rather than a punch out. Oh, we've got flashing LED, so battery's low. There we go. Oh, that's full kick out. Oh, and that was in high rates. Nice. You watch me turn this. Yeah, I've turned, and now the quad's turned on the video. So, yeah, I reckon that's more or less a second delay. Oh, it's even got a little blue LED at the top there. Very smart. Gee whiz, that low battery warning is lasts a long time, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Whoa. Yeah, you should always bring them into land, but I always like to run it out on a test flight. So, yeah, that was good. Okay, so this time I'm going to fly just with the app. So I've put away the transmitter, so basically you don't need it. You could just carry this and this, which I think is rather good. And let's just start it. And then you choose either remote control, which is basically the transmitter, and you have this above, or you can have the app control. So I'm going to go for the app control. There we are. And I've done a whole video on these sort of apps, and my word, that is such a delay. Okay, time to count the delay, shall we? Because I think it really is that slow. So we're pointing at the tree. Okay. So I'm going to turn now. 1001, 1002, 1000. Oh my word, that's about a 3-second delay. 1001, 1002, 1003. Yeah, it's just on 3. Normally with delays you're using proper counters and everything. You can actually count this through. So, but it is. I mean, as a selfie, you could just put it away from yourself. You just know it's going to work. All the controls and everything are very similar to the other one. I've done a full, like I say, full video on that, and have a look down in descriptions for a link to that. I've seen that. Oh, that does give us lift off. I don't usually get on particularly well with these apps, I must admit. Oh, having said that, this one's quite nice. Yeah, it's actually quite precise, to be honest. Like I say, not a big fan of these, only because I just like transmitters, really. But this does mean you don't have to carry the transmitter with you, so. Good stuff. Okay, so should we risk it up in high rates? Oh, why not? What could possibly go wrong? I'm only flying a quad. Yeah, it's actually a much better app than some I've used on other ones. And then we can land as well. That's one of the better landing quads actually, because a lot of them they auto land and they come down so slowly, but that's actually sort of quite positive. I quite like it. What I want to do this time is just play with this item here, which is basically the you can choose a path for it to fly on. There we go. So basically you draw a path here, that's where it will go, and that's the quad travelling along it, I presume. I've not used this yet, so I'm just hoping this that sort of makes sense. You can record on it, and you can take stills images on it. Basically your controls here are the same, so that's the same as normal. So you've got throttle, and they call it rudder, but it's yours, so it's basically turning that way and up and down, but the actual path is this path here. So wherever you draw that is in theory where the quad is going to go round using those actions, so it will just sort of sweep round like that. Not tried this before, so this will be interesting. And you can alter how big a path that is, so you can make it a very tiny path, or you can make it a larger path, or you can make it a very large area that it's going to go around. I have no idea what the proportions are, so I don't know, we'll start on 1-to-1 sort of thing and see how we get on. So this will be interesting. Or not. They say do it in a very large area. This is going to be what I'm going to do it in. So we've got two options there, so basically. Okay, so let's give this a go, shall we? Oh, well that actually starts the motors. There we go then. So. Hey, it does work. Let's just up that rate a bit. There we go, yeah, and it's definitely doing the loop. Oh, getting it to come back across me. Now, does it work on sort of where the quad's pointing? Yeah, so it works on where the quad's pointing. That's interesting. So I turn it back around that way and then do the same again. Whoa! I can't believe I recovered that. I'm quite chuffed. I think we'll give that best. There we go. If anyone finds a really good application for it, please post a video on it, because I'd be really interested. I assume that's just a kill button. Yeah, it is. So, well, there we go. That was entertaining, I'm sure. Well, I did try it out. Come on, be fair. So, what did I think of it? Well, it's a very interesting product, I must admit. I'd like to get the negatives out of the way first of all. Big negative was the FPV and the actual camera itself. Well, I can't say the camera's a negative because it's listed as a 0.3 megapixel, so it's never going to produce very high quality images. If you go for the one without the FPV on, then you get a 2 megapixel camera. It's going to be a heck of a lot better, and it's just a modular system, so they just literally slide it out, and then you'd have your one with your micro SD card slides in there, but you don't have the FPV then, so it's a trade-off basically at the moment. There will be other ones coming out, I'm sure, that'll have a 2 megapixel camera with Wi-Fi, and I'm sure they'll improve that. But the Wi-Fi is a 3-second delay. It's still usable, but you just have to hold the quad in one position, let it catch up with you on the video, on the Wi-Fi, sorry, and then take your shot, or line up your shot and go for it. That being said, if you had the 2 megapixel one, you haven't got the FPV, but I fly loads of quads without FPV on. I can still produce pretty good video. It's just the way you do things, really. We're just so used to FPV these days, but it's not the be-all and end-all by any means. The actual quad itself is lovely. I love the way it folds down. It could go smaller, but it would be nice if it did, because this really isn't going to fit in your pocket, but it'll go into a bag, no problem at all. You don't have to take the transmitter with you, so you could just have your phone with you and fly it. The LEDs are awesome. They're really good. Well impressed with those, and you could clearly see them virtually from any angle as well. And the motors look really simple to change as well, sort of plug and play there, so that makes life a lot easier for us as well. The whole
whole quad itself, the way it's built and the way it locks into position, so it actually stays there, it's not going to fold back round, I think is a huge benefit. The only thing is, if you have an impact, you're going to probably break the arm, but if you're having that sort of impact with virtually any quad, you're going to do some damage. So and most of them are fixed anyway, so it's no disadvantage there compared to other quads. The props are really flexible. I mean, they are so flexible. So I think if it hits anything, it shouldn't really do any damage, even if it hit a person or an animal or anything. But obviously, don't try that out. I'm not saying you should do that, but I really think this would probably, it would just deflect out the way, I think. So the actual quad, yes, superb. I like it. Really good fun, and not aggressive in any way, but it certainly flies nicely. So enjoyed that. The actual transmitter, which again you get all in this package, I think is quite amazing for the money. The transmitter is really nice for what it is. It's a toy grey transmitter. It's got quite a bit of feel to it actually. I thought it was really good. I could fly this quite accurately, and it's good fun as well. The information back is good as well for what it is, and obviously if you've got the one with the 2 megapixel camera, you can turn the camera on and off here, and you don't use the app then. The phone holder was really good, sort of normal sort of thing for that, and everything's identified that does work is identified. These buttons are actually, they don't work, and they're actually solid, so that they're not even going to move, so you can't press them by mistake or anything. So no, all in all, I think it's a really good little package, and I think 2017 is going to be absolutely filled with these sort of style of quad. So I'm looking forward to an exciting year in the RC world.